With a January 22 date officially established for Samsung's Galaxy Unpacked 2025 announcement event, it's time to drill down into the various alterations that are rumored for the company's future Galaxy S25 models. And an area that's been on my mind as of late includes the displays that each of the new S25 models will have. While not one of the crucial aspects that will determine if you should upgrade to the Galaxy S25, screens remain an important part of any phone. They're the portion of the device you spend the most time staring at after all, as it's your primary way to engage with the phone or sit back and enjoy the images and videos that you can access through your cell phone. It's natural then why phone makers have put such considerable effort into upgrading their displays recently. With phone designs and features sometimes looking like mirror reflections of each other, display quality gives devices an opportunity to separate apart. The previous decade has witnessed a drive to larger screens on many phones, with recent attempts focusing on quicker refresh rates and brighter panels. The former innovation makes for smoother, more immersive interactions with your phone, while the latter function helps you to view the screen in a variety of lighting settings. So how does Samsung expect to brighten up the S25 displays? Before we go into specific speculations regarding potential enhancements, let's look at where Samsung flagships sit among the finest phones in terms of display quality. There was a time when Samsung was the leader in screen size, at least for phones that didn't fold out to expose larger panels. The Galaxy S24 Ultra boasted a 6.8-inch panel when it arrived last year, one of the biggest screens you could enjoy at the time. At the time is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence, because in the following months, Apple revised its phone lineup to come out with its largest display ever on the 6.9-inch iPhone 16 Pro Max. So now, that's the phone to turn to when screen size is what you desire. The Pixel 9 Pro XL from Google provides a huge display today too, with its 6.8-inch panel matching the S24 Ultra screen. Samsung doesn't offer the brightest panels anymore either. That accolade goes to the Pixel 9 Pro XL, which had a measurement of 2,353 nits when we measured it with a light reader. The Galaxy S24 Ultra came in at 1,363 nits, which trails both the iPhone 16 Pro Max with 1,553 nits and iPhone 16 Pro with 1,510 nits. We're overlooking OnePlus flagships here, as this post is publishing hours before the OnePlus 13 debuted. Last year's OnePlus 12 promised a maximum brightness of 4,500 nits, and the OnePlus 13 model released in China offers the same. You're unlikely to ever attain a reading that brilliant except under very particular conditions, but suffice it to say, you won't have any issue figuring out details on a OnePlus flagship phone screen, even in direct sunlight. The S24 panels definitely show off more colors than the competition, particularly when the screens are set to their default vivid mode. And color reproduction on the S24 models proved to be highly accurate, with Samsung's natural mode producing the lowest Delta E scores among big screen flagships we tested last year. The lower the Delta E score, the more accurate colors are. When Samsung shows off its new phones later this month, don't anticipate a lot of improvements on the display front. The focus with the Galaxy S25 appears to be on new AI features and the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, expected to power the new phones. In contrast, display-related enhancements appear to be minor. Reports indicate the Galaxy S25 series will arrive with thinner bezels, though the focus there sounds like it will be making the phones more skinny than of making the panels larger. That said, an early rumor had projected the regular S25 to raise its screen size to 6.3 inches, up from 6.2 inches on the Galaxy S24, but we don't know how reliable that claim is. The Galaxy S25 Plus and Galaxy S25 Ultra are believed to continue to provide 6.7 and 6.8-inch displays, respectively. In fact, display expert Ross Young has suggested that the Galaxy S25 versions are going to feature M13 OLED displays. Those would be the same ones found on the S24 series. If you want to look for signs of hope, a late-breaking rumor says that the Galaxy S25 Ultra will include a high brightness mode that can achieve 3,000 nits of peak brightness. That would be an improvement from the listed max of 2,600 nits for the S24 Ultra. Just as important, it would put the S25 Ultra on level with the advertised brightness of Google's Pixel 9 Pro flagship. Now the question is, does display brightness matter? Well, let's suppose that the reports are genuine, and Samsung has few modifications planned for its displays, especially in light of the Galaxy AI capabilities that seem to be the focus of this specific upgrade. Would that be a big deal? I suppose the answer is both yes and no. On the one hand, Samsung's phones may not offer the brightness of rival handsets, but they are bright enough, and the range of colors you get from Samsung's displays generally impresses. Displays that are just as amazing as what you get with the Galaxy S24 would be nothing to hang your head about, especially with the other enhancements Samsung apparently has planned. Then again, other phone companies are not standing when it comes to displays. With new models from Google and Apple expected later this year, the Galaxy phones run the risk of falling further behind if the competition puts any sort of effort into making their displays more appealing. To be honest, it's also going to be intriguing to watch how Samsung improves the S25 screens because of how last year's S24 was afflicted by a mirror effect, which we've confirmed on our own phones. To the untrained eye, it might be unnoticed, but this mirror effect caused in some unusual banding difficulties with the display. What's even more noticeable is how the Galaxy 24 FE display seemed far more colorful than both the S25 and S25 Plus. AI features will play a key role in the new S25 models, with Samsung branding it a more natural and intuitive Galaxy AI. The firm has announced to unveil Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, remarkable AI advances, and several other products on January 22, 2025. It posted an official Unpacked event teaser on X, showcasing several crucial features of the event. Looking at the invitation, the news hints that Samsung would introduce its next-gen Galaxy members with more unique AI capabilities. The tech giant says, "Galaxy AI is going to change the way you interact with the world every day." Although the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra won't be the first flagship phone with the Snapdragon 8 Elite, it is believed to be among the first ones with an overclocked chip. This overclocked SoC performed underwhelming in a recent benchmark, nevertheless. For a few generations now, Samsung has chosen a better performance variant of Snapdragon chipsets, under the Snapdragon for Galaxy label. TechnoInfo kindly shared some benchmarking data on the Galaxy S25 Ultra, with the tests uploaded on December 30, even though we do not know whether a Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy would ever roll out for the Galaxy S25 series. Given that the smartphone has been tested with 12 gigs RAM, looking at the specs, it seems Samsung will not release a 16 gigs RAM variant of its most pricey flagship as normal. The good news is that Samsung is allegedly introducing 12 gigs RAM as standard for Galaxy S25 variants and an exclusive 16 gigs RAM edition for the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Specifically on Geekbench, the slowed-down Snapdragon 8 Elite within the Galaxy S25 Ultra scored 3,049 in single-core and 9,793 in multi-core. Regarding the overclock implemented, the 2-core cluster is clocked at 4.47 GHz instead of 4.32 GHz, but the 6-core cluster has the same stock 3.53 GHz according to the listing. Though this is a tiny overclock, given the stock SoC, it should have resulted in better scores than some of the top-scoring premium phones can attain. For reference, the Red Magic 10 Pro can earn a multi-core score of over 10,000 points and a single-core score of about 3,300 points. Yes, Red Magic's Snapdragon 8 Elite phone does have a slight upper hand for the built-in active cooler, but other flagship phones without an active cooling solution can score close to what the Galaxy S25 Ultra has scored here. Although Samsung is allegedly to release a 16 gigs variant, the phone tested in this particular benchmark session has 12 gigs of RAM. This upper-tier variant could have received a better score, but then again, the difference may not have been that evident. Of course, there's no disputing that even if the Galaxy S25 series launch event is around the doorstep, this is still an early benchmark run. Samsung may not have yet made final modifications to the overclocked Snapdragon 8 Elite. However, benchmarks are not everything, and oftentimes, smartphone makers may compromise battery life and the whole experience in return for getting the greatest single-core and multi-core score in Geekbench 6. Given that the Galaxy S25 Ultra has been expected to stay with a 5,000 mAh battery like previous generation devices, optimizing its durability would certainly be Samsung's priority. Then again, with an overclocked Snapdragon 8 Elite, We hope to see better results in a separate test, so stay tuned. Next, Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra leaked shows a function that could save your life. Samsung may create some of the best phones money can buy, but its flagships are still lacking a key things its rivals have supplied for years. One of those missing capabilities, car crash detection, may finally make an appearance on Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Leaked firmware files show that the Galaxy S25 Ultra will come with a car crash detection sensor. Strangely, this looks to be the same composite sensor found in the Galaxy S24 Ultra and Galaxy Z Fold 5, suggesting that these phones may handle automobile crash detection as well, if Samsung updates them with the proper software. It looks like Samsung has been employing a virtual composite sensor, which gathers data from numerous separate physical sensors. In other words, Samsung doesn't need to find space for another sensor in its phones, and instead leverages components that have been already included for other reasons, like the accelerometer or gyroscopic sensor. More fascinating are hints that Samsung may have been working on this functionality as far back as One UI 5.1.1, which was released in July 2023. That would explain why the sensor is featured on older phones, though it doesn't explain why car crash detection isn't available yet. It may be that Samsung has been experiencing difficulty getting it to operate, but wanted everything in place just in case it had a breakthrough. One of the biggest improvements we're expecting with the Galaxy S25 Ultra is the design. Past Samsung flagships have featured a fairly angular design, with flat edges and sharp corners, but this appears like it'll change. Various leaked renders show off what appears like the S25 Ultra with curved corners, akin to iPhone 16 or Pixel 9. The screen may potentially rise from 6.8 inches to an iPhone 16 Pro Max matching 6.9 inches. The S25 series is also believed to come with Q2 magnetic wireless charging, something now reserved to iPhones and the mid-range HMD Skyline. Not only would that give faster wireless charging speeds, but also means Samsung flagship could take advantage of all the MagSafe accessories that iPhone users have been able to enjoy over the years. Rumors also say that we may see an updated ultra-wide-angle lens, possibly going from the measly 12 megapixels on its 24 Ultra all the way to 50 megapixels. There's also conjecture that we may see a variable telephoto lens capable of switching between two distinct focal lengths, with reports stating we may get 4 to 5x and 6 to 7x optical zoom in a single camera lens. We're also hearing that all Galaxy S25 devices will operate on the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, regardless of where they're marketed, giving the power and energy efficiency advantages we know Qualcomm's latest CPU is capable of. Finally, we're expecting a host of new Galaxy AI capabilities to launch on Galaxy S25 Ultra with One UI 7, albeit right now it isn't obvious what we might be getting. Until then, make sure to check out our Samsung Galaxy S25 and Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra hubs for all the latest news and updates. Another day, another Samsung Galaxy S25 rumor, or rather two, and this time it's about prospective changes to the display and internal storage of the Ultra model in the series. First, according to a well-known source, Universace, we can expect a second-generation Corning Gorilla Armor glass with built-in anti-reflective technology for the Galaxy S25 Ultra. This new technology would enhance on the Corning display utilized on the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Precise specifics about the improvements to this new display technology remain unclear. Corning's last significant announcement of a new form of glass was in November 2022. However, it's assumed that this research was created exclusively for Samsung. This was already the case with the present model. Therefore, it's likely that the next iteration of this technology will be even more durable and even better at reducing glare. This should increase outdoor readability while providing added peace of mind. Another speculation regarding the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, a boost in internal storage speed seems to be on the cards. This information comes from a study of leaked files carried out by the team at Android Authority. These files point to a version of Universal Flash Storage 4.0 technology. While this matches the specifications of the Galaxy S24 Ultra, the new phone will apparently employ an upgraded version of UFS 4.0 with additional data lanes, allowing for even quicker read and write rates. Many more details are also circulating regarding the Galaxy S25 Ultra, including predicted colors and internal technological specifications. It also seems that next year's model will embrace a more rounded form. If the sources prove genuine, the Ultra variant is likely to be introduced on January 22, alongside 3 other models: the basic Samsung Galaxy S25, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus, and a new Samsung Galaxy S25 Slim. We'll just have to wait till Galaxy Unpacked to find out more, and speculation is that the event will be happening on January 22. So that's all we have for now on Samsung S-series smartphones. Stay tuned to our channel for more updates on this exciting tech. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified when we post new videos. Thanks for watching.